Promoting peace through art, Insights from Post-Punk Icons presents, exploring the timeless influence of post-punk aesthetics. The post-punk era, emerging in the late 1970s, was more than just a musical movement. It was a powerful cultural phenomenon that left an indelible mark on fashion, art, and design. In this documentary, we delve into the aesthetics that defined this era. Discover the raw, edgy visuals and the DIY ethos that revolutionized the visual landscape. Join us as we uncover the cultural significance of post-punk and its enduring influence on modern culture. At the heart of post-punk aesthetics lies a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate generations. Welcome to an exploration of post-punk aesthetics. Post-punk aesthetics broke away from mainstream flamboyance, embracing a minimalist and edgy approach. The visuals were stark, often monochromatic, featuring collage-style graphics that mirrored the DIY ethos of the music. Album covers, posters, and zines from bands like Joy Division, Siouxsie and the Banshees, and The Cure are quintessential examples of this style. The visual language of post-punk is a rich tapestry that weaves together the ethos of rebellion, artistic innovation, and a stark commentary on society. Let's delve deeper into this fascinating world with anecdotes and examples that highlight its enduring impact. Post-punk aesthetics were heavily influenced by the punk philosophy of do-it-yourself, which encouraged artists to take matters into their own hands. This led to the creation of visually striking collage art that often incorporated mixed media and found objects. For instance, Jamie Reed's artwork for the Sex Pistols epitomized this approach with its ransom note lettering and cut-and-paste technique. Reed's work not only defined the visual identity of the band, but also captured the spirit of political protest and cultural disruption that was central to the movement. The album covers of post-punk bands were often as evocative as the music itself. Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures, with its iconic waveform design, is a prime example of post-punk's minimalist yet profound visual style. The cover was designed by Peter Saville, who took inspiration from an image of radio waves from a pulsar. It's a design that has transcended its original context to become a symbol of the post-punk era and its exploration of the unknown and the alienated. The fashion of post-punk was an extension of its visual language, with musicians and fans alike donning attire that was a mix of gothic, military, and bespoke elements. The band Siouxsie and the Banshees, for example, were known for their theatrical performances and avant-garde fashion choices that included elaborate makeup and hairstyles, setting trends that would influence the goth subculture. The legacy of post-punk's visual language is still felt today, influencing modern graphic design and fashion. Its emphasis on simplicity, typography, and monochromatic palettes can be seen in contemporary design work that values clarity and impact over ornamentation. Through these anecdotes and examples, it's clear that the visual language of post-punk was more than just an aesthetic. It was a powerful form of expression that challenged the status quo and continues to inspire artists and designers to this day. Fashion during the post-punk era was as much a statement as the music itself. It was an eclectic mix of vintage, military, and bespoke pieces, often customized with pins, patches, and paint. The iconic look included skinny ties, leather jackets, and Dr. Martens boots, a style that has seen a resurgence in recent years. Fashion during the post-punk era was not just a trend. It was a powerful form of self-expression that resonated with the music's themes of individuality and defiance. Let's explore the distinctive fashion elements that defined this iconic era. Post-punk fashion was known for its unconventional silhouettes. The typical attire might include oversized blazers paired with skinny trousers, creating a silhouette that was both androgynous and avant-garde. Using ransom note lettering and cut-and-paste techniques to convey raw energy and defiance. Vintage clothing played a significant role in post-punk fashion, often repurposed with a modern twist. Military surplus, with its durable materials and functional design, became a staple for many. The utilitarian aspect of military wear, such as combat boots and cargo pants, was embraced not only for its aesthetic, but also for its statement against the mainstream. Customization was key in post-punk fashion. Fans would personalize their clothing with patches, badges, and DIY screen prints that often bore the logos or imagery of their favorite bands. Epitomizes the minimalist yet profound visual style of the era. Designers like Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren were instrumental in shaping the post-punk fashion scene. They blended punk's raw energy with elements of historical costume to create something entirely new. Their boutique on King's Road became a hub for the post-punk wardrobe, offering everything from bondage trousers to pirate shirts. Over time, post-punk fashion has been integrated into mainstream culture. Contemporary designers often draw inspiration from the era, reinterpreting its aesthetics for modern audiences. Japanese designer Jun Takahashi, for example, has used album artwork from bands like the Jesus and Mary Chain and Television to enhance his collections, showcasing how post-punk's influence has permeated even high fashion. Today, the legacy of post-punk fashion continues to inspire. Its influence can be seen in the resurgence of certain styles, such as the comeback of Dr. Martens boots and leather jackets, proving that the post-punk aesthetic is timeless. Through its distinctive style and cultural impact, post-punk fashion remains a testament to the era's spirit of innovation and rebellion. It's a fashion that tells a story, one of breaking free from convention and boldly expressing one's identity through clothing. The influence of post-punk aesthetics can be seen in contemporary fashion lines, graphic design, and even in the ethos of modern startups. Its legacy is a testament to the power of creative expression and individuality. Post-punk's lasting legacy is a multifaceted phenomenon that extends far beyond its initial burst in the music scene. It has influenced countless artists and movements, shaping the cultural landscape in profound ways. Post-punk served as a springboard for musical innovation, pushing the boundaries of what could be achieved sonically. Bands like Gang of Four and the Smiths introduced a new level of depth to music, both in terms of sound and lyrics. The genre's willingness to experiment with unconventional instruments and introspective lyrics paved the way for future artists to explore a wider range of emotional and intellectual themes. The movement's visual impact was just as significant, with bands paying meticulous attention to their aesthetic presentation. The iconic makeup of Suzy Sue, Robert Smith's disheveled hair, and Ian Curtis's intense stage presence contributed to a distinct visual identity that continues to inspire fashion and design today. Contemporary artists across various genres still draw inspiration from post-punk's ethos. Bands like Interpol, Editors, and the XX have all cited post-punk influences in their music, showcasing the genre's enduring relevance. The elements of post-punk can also be found in subgenres like gothic rock, shoegaze, and indie rock, illustrating its widespread impact. Perhaps one of the most significant aspects of post-punk's legacy is its spirit of challenging norms and conventions. Post-punk artists encouraged listeners and fellow creators to question existing norms and embrace artistic individuality. This has led to a culture of innovation where artists are continually redefining the boundaries of their craft. The cultural resonance of post-punk is evident in the ongoing discussions and analyses of its influence. Read more about this topic on Promoting Peace Through Art: Insights from Post-Punk Icons.